Oh, I got it on my screen. Welcome back, Rejects, to the 32nd episode of the Full Send Rejects. Promise that was my beer and not something else going on my screen. Today's pre-topic banter has us talking about withdrawals. Oh, wow, that's kind of fitting now. A little debate about fall flavors, a beer review, and welcoming a new country to the Reject Nation. Following that, we have our main topics this week. Billy will finish his series on the madman Hunter S. Thompson. I will go into an Iranian doctor turned serial killer for the state. And Rose will guide us through Libra season. We hope you enjoy today's episode as we make another attempt to not get distracted by Thursday night football. Let's go, best friends.
Woo!
I gotta clean my screen. I'm gonna get a touchscreen.
We already got distracted by Thursday night football like 3 times.
That was before we started.
Yeah, that's the problem. That was before we started. We had pre-topic.
Yeah,
We're supposed to be talking shop.
Yeah, it's part of being best friends. We do football.
Yeah. Speaking of,
Yes. You take the segue.
It's been since the wedding, bro.
It's been a minute.
I am not okay.
Trunkopoly.
It's been like 3 weeks.
Trunkopoly episode?
No, beer pressure episode.
Beer pressure episode. Drinking game episode.
Oh no.
Why don't we have the taco party that time and they can come up here and stay here afterward? We could do a drinking game episode.
Do you really want to do tacos of all different varieties of spice and then do a night of drinking?
That's gonna make for a bad time. You have one bathroom.
Listen, see all the bamboo growing out there? I'll shit in there. I don't care.
It's not the shitting I'm worried about. It's the people who can't control the spiciness in their alcohol.
I'll laugh at them.
There's going to be a bunch of whale holes in the house.
I'll just print out that meme first time. I'll just hang that in the bathroom.
There's going to be a bunch of blowholes.
Oh, field goal Detroit. What?
And we failed.
On this episode of ADHD.
Because we're the 3 best friends that anyone could have.
But yes, we miss you guys. And I'm sitting like, I said that to Anthony. I'm like, I'm having Jasinski withdrawals. I'm not okay with this.
I made a mental note to myself to bring it up in the pre-topic banter. That I haven't gone this long without you in a long time.
Oh, we will change that.
We are each other's what do you call that?
Spirit Jews.
Spirit Jews?
Yes.
Emotional support
Jews.
Animals.
Yeah.
Drinkers.
Oh, I came with a terrible Jewish joke today.
Well, we'll do that off air.
On today's episode on how we get canceled.
Yeah, that one will get us canceled. It was pretty bad.
Like, listen, put it back in the oven and keep it there.
Okay. Put it on.
All right, there it is. I tried to avoid it. Nope.
Hold on. I can message Billy it, and then we can get his reaction.
Oh no.
Okay.
Is this the one you told me today?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Did you see it?
I literally just hit. There you go. See?
Did you get the joke?
Oh.
I came up with that one today.
Oh, it's like the Volkswagen. Oh, all right.
Wagon. People's car.
Okay, that's not so festive. However,
you know, this interception, Detroit. It's festive.
I'm going to turn this off.
Thanks for letting me know I'm on a delay. Ooh, that was nice.
It's where the 3 best friends that anyone could have. It's Detroit.
There's 4 of us.
We all play fantasy football.
Yeah, come on now. Babe, you're trying to make a segue to the next pre-topic.
I tried and you intercepted it. See what I did there?
Yeah, that
wasn't fall far.
That was a total turnover.
Ah, an apple turnover.
Pumpkin spice forever.
Pumpkin spice, yes. I am team pumpkin.
You're a bunch of white women. Where's Liz at? She's pro apple.
who is very pro Apple.
Apple,
We've been arguing about it for a week.
you can have apple all year round.
You can do the same thing with pumpkin. Nobody's stopping you.
No, you can't. Pumpkin is seasonal.
Nothing.
Not if you make that shit. They sell it year round.
Go to Dunkin' and order a pumpkin spice latte.
I don't want to.
Go to Starbucks and order a pumpkin spice latte.
I don't want to. I have a coffee machine with pumpkin spiced whatever the hell it is.
When's the last time you made coffee?
A couple days ago, actually.
That you didn't mess it up with.
A couple days ago, actually.
When's the last time you made pumpkin spice coffee?
Oh,
I rest my. No, you didn't make.
Well, because you're proving my point though. Because I don't want that. I prefer apple.
When's the last time you made apple spice latte?
I don't like apple spice lattes. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
I'm just saying, nobody's stopping you from going to get a pumpkin at the store any time of the year.
I can go to McDonald's and order one of those $1 pumpkin pies anytime I want, and half the time they forget it, put it in the bag. But guess what? You can't order the pumpkin cream pie.
Yeah, because Apple's going to sell all year round because everybody loves Apple. It's a superior
flavor. They don't even
flavor.
put it in the fucking bag. Half the time they forget it. How many times have we gone to pumpkin? How many times have we gone to the fucking store and ordered a freaking apple pie at McDonald's and they forget to put it in the bag?
About half the time.
Exactly.
Because it's that good. They eat it on the way.
But guess what?
Chicken butt.
Both you and Nicole bought me a pumpkin cream pie from McDonald's, and they've remembered it each time.
Well, yeah, because
pumpkin is superior.
No, it's not.
Did you see Charlie Brown doing a special called "Oh, it's the Great Apple"? Charlie Brown. No, it's the Great Pumpkin.
Yeah, because it's a Halloween themed thing.
When do you see people carving apple lanterns? Okay,
find me an apple that big.
Okay, there's not even a movie. It's James and the Giant Peach, not James and the Giant Apple. Why are you bringing peaches into this?
Because I'm telling you, it's a whole different
apple
food.
Is not superior.
So is peach better than pumpkin then? Because James riding a giant one?
No.
I ride your giant pumpkin. Are we going to bring that into this too?
Jesus Christ. I'm just here.
First of all, you married this giant pumpkin ass, so that just shows you that pumpkin is more superior. If you wanted a tiny ass apple, you would go marry a tiny ass apple.
Well, I don't like Asians.
Jesus Christ.
Pumpkin is superior.
I'm getting off the rails here.
Rose, I have a tip. They sell that pumpkin like puree shit year round, so you can just make a pumpkin pie like whenever you want. No one's gonna stop you.
Yeah, that's all my point is. Nobody stops you from having pumpkin. Any party, it's not my fault that corporations like Dunkin' and Starbucks just takes advantage of you white women and makes a seasonal thing out of it.
They sell turkeys year round. Why do you wait for me to cook it once a year?
Because you only cook it once a year. You can cook any time of the year.
Why don't you say?
No, I made a turkey in August once.
Make me a Thanksgiving feast.
Fine, I will.
Why do you only make Buelo on Christmas?
That's a good question.
That is a very good question.
Yeah, if you can make it any time of the year, why do you only make it once a year then?
I made it more than once.
However, I don't think it'd be good in the summer.
Do you get sick in the summer? Do you get a head cold?
Not usually.
Time. I will argue any.
So I just want you to know, Friday, May 3rd, I'm putting my phone. Remember, we're having turkey.
Do you realize that's just not how it works, right? When you buy a turkey, they're usually frozen. You have to wait 3 to 5 days.
I'll buy turkey that day. I don't care. I will have it the next week.
If you time it right, it's not a problem. Just buy it like 3 to 5 days in advance.
But the point is that most things are supposed to be done at a certain point in time.
Who said that's what it's supposed to be? Who cares what it's supposed to be?
Because that's when people.
Yeah, no one's stopping you, dog.
There was a point in time where women are supposed to just be quiet during these conversations. You know, we changed that because it was better for it.
Yeah, you'd be going to the asylum.
Yeah, can I go to an asylum? That's what it was supposed to be at a certain time.
You want to go to the protonotarian's office?
Oh. Well, now that I know where the free parking's at.
I will not be silenced.
No one's silencing you. I'm just trying to prove a point. That's because it's supposed to be like this. Doesn't mean...
Was it supposed to be?
Yo, I had Thanksgiving in August. No one stopped me.
Yeah. Shit, they have like halfway Christmas now in July.
Yeah, but can you buy eggnog in March?
You probably could. Just go find a fucking dairy farm.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I'm craving eggnog. Let me go to a dairy farm.
I don't even eat eggnog during the winter.
First of all, you don't eat eggnog.
You do if it's curdled.
Who the fuck is ingesting curdled eggnog?
No wonder your stomach's so fucked up.
Actually, you could buy the
Who
Pennsylvania.
hurt you?
When I was a young boy, my stepfather beat me in the city.
Jesus
Beat
Christ
of a-
almighty. We're trying to gain followers, dog.
It's called the sympathy vote, all right?
I don't think it works anymore.
Listen, it happened with my real ladder, not my step ladder.
I never met my real ladder.
Fucking god damn it.
It's gonna be one
We're
of
not
those
doing-
things.
We're not doing full send therapy fucking sessions.
What you did say you wanted to do this, sir.
I didn't say I wanted to do therapy on the fucking podcast. That seems like a bad idea.
But we do want to do full send therapy at some point. However,
Oh
I
yeah,
did my
we're just gonna get wine drunk.
yay.
Yeah.
My highest grade is in psychology, so
Well, we have a high grade. It may be the one class that actually means something to your diploma.
yeah. Believe it or not, as much as I hate math is my second highest.
Oh my god.
I hate ethics. I'm too opinionated. You have to be
Fuck
able to.
ethics.
Well, you have to be able to like put your point and then argue against your point. And I can't argue against my point if I feel my point is right.
Yeah, it's kind of part
I'm
of
right,
the
so-
whole class, right? See your point of view from a different point of view.
Well, it's my point of view.
And I want it now.
JG Wentworth.
1-800-ethics now.
Oh, it's his.
So who has the
8776 now?
No, actually, I did a new beer review. We did try a.
Wait, so what? Billy put nothing in here?
Billy put the first one.
I put,
Oh, he did the best round draw. I'm sorry.
Yes,
I thought
he
that
did
was
that
you.
stuff. No, he did that.
that was me.
It's just so we happen to be thinking at the same time because me
Okay.
and Billy are two fragile,
Well, he also
halves of
he
a
also
whole
like has
depressed idiot.
he also has new beers like every week.
Well, I wanted.
curious.
Well, we just did.
No, I'm
What's-
drinking vodka seltzer like a dieting alcoholic.
This is a spiked tea, not a beer.
And well, still, it's classified as a beer.
It's
of
a new
sorts.
alcohol review of the week.
Okay, well, we did try the very viral TikTok Tony's hard tea.
No, we're too old to be drinking something called Two Turn.
Well,
Hey, he's
that's-
actually really funny.
he's really funny, and he's viral all over TikTok and OnlyFans. It's not hard to look at, but
I accidentally clicked on it. Like one of the pictures don't come up right away.
however, it's kind of like a twisted tea, but not. I'm not insulting to turn, but it is actually healthier. It actually has electrolytes built, like put into it, to where you can drink and be hydrated at the same time.
That should be a thing.
This would be a very good like summer drink.
It is
or like
a-
a campground drink or
Yeah.
sit on the front porch.
It's fucking fall, dude.
However,
Well, you know me, I don't buy and buy the seasons of what I take in my body.
sir, we are in the sticks of Pennsylvania. And when I say the sticks of Pennsylvania, I mean the whole entire state. It just now reached us. This thing has been sold out all over the United States, and I've been looking for it for a long time. And Anthony just happened to look it up last night.
She's like, it's not in this state. You should know that. I'm like, it's right here.
Yeah, and as soon as I got so excited to go to that place where you guys tried getting the cigarettes that one time, very drunk in the streets of Pittston.
The memories we forgot.
Hey, I remember being picked up and going to sleep in a car.
So we did that, and it's actually quite tasty. And I also picked up these nice little thing called Mackenzie's. They are hard ciders. There's black cherry. I haven't tried yet. The peach mango is delicious. How's the pineapple?
Let's see here. Oh, it's actually very good.
Let me see.
I like that.
You try this one.
Hmm.
Mm,
I think I'd rather a pineapple.
pineapple is good,
No, I had a pineapple beer.
but this one's peach mango. This is Billy approved.
Oh, Billy just added something. I was gonna throw my whole
Yeah,
lot.
I gotta do that.
Well,
My whole algorithm is now thrown off.
That is our new reviews. I would give the tea an 8 out of 10. I wish it would, but it has only 2 grams of sugar. I wish it was a little sweeter because I am Southern. And the
Yeah, it's a little
Mackenzie's,
sweeter.
the Mackenzie's is
The tea on the tea.
I'd give it 7.5 out of 10.
Should we make an official chart that we could post somewhere of different alcohol? Oh my god, we should do that. Start reviewing different alcohols. Good idea, team.
Woo!
Oh, that's the Excel sheets.
Yeah, get some Excel sheets going. Bunch of fucking boozing nerds.
Yes. This is sophisticated.
Fancy. Love the taste on the tip of my tongue.
Popsy.
God damn it.
Yep. This is us.
Gonna sell out my liver for a few listens.
Yes, the psoriasis club. Yes.
The secret society, a squirrel society. So we got here now. Shout out to Wellhouse Exorcism.
Yeah, shout out to Shayna and PJ. They covered the town I lived on the outskirts of with their mine collapse. So it was cool to hear about it because I could never really learn much about it. So good for them. Shout out to them. Go listen to Wellhouse Exorcism. Oh,
They do-
I shouldn't have put that in so soon.
They do make some good content.
And they also have Games Overboard.
Dude, I like that podcast. They're
So
local.
go check them out. They are local-ish.
We should do something with them at some point.
They're Pennsylvania.
If you're Pennsylvania, go to my books. Unless you're from Philadelphia, you then might have a discussion. However,
Don't believe it's Philly.
we do have a new location.
Yeah, I'm sure this shocked the shit out of me too.
Yeah, I was not expecting this. I went to go look at our analytics. I'm like, America's number is almost down to 90. I'm sure Canada or Britain jumped up a little bit. Nope. Scroll down, and there was Nigeria.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, someone from...
Well, thanks, Nigeria.
Yeah, thanks, Nigeria. Someone from Lagos, Nigeria.
They're like, man, Americans are stupid.
Well, I'm like, I wouldn't expect... I would think English would be one of their languages, and I looked up Nigeria. They have 512 languages.
Well,
yeah.
That's a lot.
But it turns out that city is one of the largest ports in the world. So, yeah, who knows?
What's your favorite beer out there? We'd like...
Yeah, send us some beer ideas. What does Nigeria drink? Hold on. Now the wheels
You
are...
got Facebook? You got Twitter?
Nigerian
We should start doing
alcoholic drinks.
For every new listener in different areas, we should ask them review or a drink of choice or a serial killer that they would like us to cover. So maybe something to relate to them.
Regional drinks from Nigeria. Palm wine, which is fermented from sap of palm tree. Alcohol content is up to 12% and spiked with more types of alcohol. They have
I'd fuck with that.
Burukatu, which is a locally brewed spirit made from wheat, and Pito from corn, and even banana beer.
Banana beer, yo.
Oh, I almost bought banana beer today.
Now we got to for Nigeria.
Fucking shut up.
No, I almost bought it today. I was like, look at, it was like $12 for 4 bottles. I'm like, damn.
Ooh.
Oh, this drink looks good.
All right, so I'm gonna go buy banana beer. That does.
All right, yeah, we'll fuck around with banana beer.
Well, we're going to try this weekend. Chapman cocktail, originating from the Ikoyi Club in Lagos. Combination of popular soft drinks, black currant, and copious amounts of freshly sliced fruits, making it a refreshing, flavorful, and perfect drink for a hot sunny day. Good thing for we're in September.
Hey, it's supposed to get warm again next week.
Tiger nut milk.
Fucking what? What the Charlie shit is that?
A creamy drink with sweet, spicy, slightly nutty taste. Popular in northern Nigeria.
All right, you're a wild one.
Is it like coconut based?
It's tiger nut based. Oh. I don't know what tiger nuts are, but
I don't know how you attain such a specimen, but
then it says when working with dried tiger nuts, it is a good idea to soak them for 8 hours or overnight to rehydrate them, making this drink. Because tiger nuts are naturally...
Wait, can I look up if it's like an actual nut?
I hope so. I really hope so. Well, let's see here. Tiger nuts.
Yes, it's an actual nut.
An
Oh,
actual nut.
thank God. Thank God.
Oh, you get them at Walmart.
Oh, I was very scared.
We're
Okay,
sorry,
I'm
Nigeria.
gonna try some.
All right. Looks like we're going to Whole Foods and we're going to try some drinks. It'd be nice if our listeners actually like gave us their favorite.
Ooh, we start doing that.
Yeah, call them out. It'd be real nice, guys.
You know, thank you. Like, hey, listeners from Nigeria, thanks for listening to our podcast. Please let us know your recommended drink of choice, in your part of the world. And also, is there any famous serial killers or anything you would like us to cover?
Nigeria has some. When I was looking at Nigeria, there's a whole section on crime.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many things that we know only so much that's made headlines here in the United States. So there's a whole entire world that, once we start
son of a bitch,
touching bits and pieces of everywhere, we can do some more stuff.
Two largest cities, Lagos and Kano, are significantly safer than most rural areas when it comes to homicide.
Yeah.
As of July 2023, 135 violent deaths in the past 24 months. That's 5.6
annually. Baltimore in a week.
It says 5.6 annually for every million inhabitants.
Hey, did you know that the tiger nuts are rich in their antioxidants, and they have a large source of vitamin C and E that help aging, and they can protect you from diseases like cancer and heart disease.
Oh, well, here we go. Oh, this is okay.
And they're also a brain. They also it's a very good brain food, and it helps digestion. Sir Kodak.
I don't care about that.
Yeah, we should get some tiger nuts. It sounds like.
I'll try them.
Especially after eating spicy tacos and then trying an array of different drinks.
I do love a good nut.
Here's a problem.
I do love a good nuts.
Here's a violent problem in Nigeria. Boko Haram, Islamist militant organization based in northeastern Nigeria, active in Chad, Niger, and northern Cameroon and Mali.
Kodak, we just got them. We don't need to drive them away by telling them what's going on.
Well, maybe we can expose these bastards and bring light to them so we can bring pressure to the American goddamn government to bring these fucking Boko Harams to justice for Nigeria.
Yeah, we're not doing
that. Rejects crack the case.
Yeah. Oh, wait. United States responses to this. Oh, we've been fucking with them for... Okay.
Let's start something.
No, we've been helping Nigeria for a while now with them.
See, now you feel like a dick, don't you?
Nope.
Yeah, no, I figured.
We have 300 troops there conducting airborne reconnaissance to help Nigeria.
That's crazy. Speaking of crazy.
Oh, is that our segue into on Wisconsin?
I love how last week we mentioned, let's not mention we were doing a segue.
We did better this week.
Oh, we're just trying to point out we got better at this point.
We're patting ourselves on the back.
See, look, guys, we're improving.
Good job, team.
Go Tiger Nuts. I guess I'll start this.
Well, you have no choice. You're first.
Yep, you are first.
Yes. Yeah, we don't fuck with tradition.
What happens if we both have a multi-episode series?
We just make that part of the tradition that we don't do that.
Fair enough.
Oh, I'm dead last.
You are. Every time we've done a horoscope, you always went last with it, and as Billy just said, don't fuck with tradition.
Damn.
That was literally a conscious play by my part.
Fucking look at us. We're getting better.
I'd like it to be even on one page.
Okay, then make it even on one page.
And I like my font to be bigger because I'm blind. All right, go ahead, Billiam.
Yeah, I have to zoom mine in. Some may never live, but the crazy will never die. I promise things were about to get pretty crazy in part 2, so we're starting with murder.
Woo!
Pick back up following the release of the Kentucky Derby, The Decadent and Depraved, where Hunter really began finding his own niche in the world of journalism and etching his name in history forever. Oh, I should have prepped harder for this.
Mushrooms?
Oh, I did not. I should have taken those too. In 1970, in the midst of the Vietnam War, protests against the war were popping up everywhere in America, and as you can imagine, much like today, they didn't always go so well. A national Chicano moratorium march and rally against the Vietnam War was broken up by the LA Sheriff's Department, employing tear gas against the protesters. Ruben Salazar, an activist for the Chicano movement in LA and the first Mexican journalist in mainstream media to cover the local Chicano movement in Los Angeles, was shot at close range with with a tear gas canister in the head that killed him.
Mm.
Naturally, no charges were pressed against the sheriff's department. Salazar's family did settle out of court with the county, though.
I feel like I heard stories like this before.
Yeah, it sounds very recent.
We're such a progressive country.
Yeah,
Hey, in most
never
countries,
repeat
if a
ourselves.
minority gets shot, the state won't pay you.
No, it was only the county. The state didn't do shit.
Well, it's the government.
Hey, well, we'll count it.
You got 10 scratch-off tickets.
I tell you all of this to tell you that in 1971, Rolling Stone magazine offered Hunter S. Thompson an expose piece about the murder. I cannot fucking read today. Hang on, let me zoom in again.
You're doing great. Don't worry.
Thompson teamed up with. Oh, where the fuck? His name was there.
Acosta.
A man named Acosta. I think it was Oscar or something. He was a very prominent figure in the activist movement, and actually an attorney to help cover the story. The two realizing it was hard for a white reporter to be interviewing a Mexican American in a very racially tense LA, Hunter took a story by Sports Illustrated in Las Vegas. The two went out, and while there, Hunter would be covering the Mint 400 and in his spare time work on the story with Acosta. When Thompson submitted his writings to Sports Illustrated, it was immediately rejected. The original story was only meant to be a 250-word photo caption piece. However, the doctor's manuscript clocked in at a whopping 2,500 words. Fucking overachiever.
What is the Mint 400? Is that like a horse race or?
It is like a race for off-road vehicles, mostly like motorcycles and shit.
Oh, nice. And he came up
But
with.
there were mostly didn't write about the Mint 400. If you remember in the Kentucky Derby, he just mostly wrote about the crowd being drunk and depraved.
Fair enough.
Thompson and Acosta returned to California, where Rolling Stone was given Thompson's manuscript, getting a temporary green light by the editor Jen Wenner. The work was tentatively scheduled for publication. Wenner said, out of all the jumbled mess of pages, she liked the first 20 pages or so. Because of this, Hunter was given the push to continue to work on the story. So I guess we're going back to Vegas.
Viva La Vegas.
You know what they say.
What do they say?
What happened to Vegas?
Ends up on YouTube.
No, gives you herpes.
We're about to find out what really happened in Vegas, and it pissed me off.
Ooh,
I love cocaine.
we got an angry Billy.
Yeah, I get real mad mad at him for a little bit in this. I'm not sure if it was scheduled to help write the story, but Rolling Stone scheduled Hunter to attend the District Attorneys Association Conference on Narcotics and Dangerous Drugs. First test, make him say that. Of course, Hunter would again travel with Acosta back to the city. The subsequent manuscript would see Raoul Duke, a pseudonym Hunter used, and his Samoan attorney, Dr. Gonzo, on a drug-filled ride of shenanigans through Vegas, including a trip to Circus on the devil drug ether.
Hmm.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas would go on to be Hunter's most successful work. However, it's been brought into question if it's actually a non-fiction or just a fiction publication.
I'm on team nonfiction.
Yeah, I want it to be. The answer to this question is actually both. In a letter to the editor of Random House in 1997, Thompson claimed there was never any drug use on either of the two trips. He claimed it was a very conscious attempt at a simulated drug freakout for the book. Another key point of the novel, the two went to see Debbie Reynolds at the Desert Inn. Apparently, this was also very over-exaggerated. In the novel, the two parked their rented car on the sidewalk outside of the venue, and upon finally gaining access to the showroom, were kicked out before the opening number finished, where she was covering Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Debbie Reynolds has said publicly that she was never told of any disturbance in the night, and she definitely never covered Sergeant Pepper.
What about Captain Salt?
What about Dr. Pepper? Is paprika okay?
Fuck the Beatles. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was honestly a little heartbroken to find this out. I imagine some of it was wildly exaggerated, but internet research says about 75% of it didn't happen. This knowledge, even if it is sad for me, doesn't dispute the fact that Hunter S. Thompson was completely batshit crazy and one of the most don't give a fuck dudes of all time.
Well, see, you forget one key piece. We live in America. You can just call that fake news and live whatever fantasy you want to live.
You can credit your source as CNN.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I saw Anderson Cooper say this.
Speaking of political news.
Ooh, we did good.
Yeah, look at this. In 1971, while still writing Fear and Lying in Las Vegas, Thompson was assigned the cover of Rolling Stones for the presidential election in 1972. Because you asked last time, this election came down to Nixon and McGovern, which turned out to be Watergate. Hunter's first piece for Rolling Stone, published January 6, 1972, was titled Fear and Loathing in Washington. Is this trip really necessary? He spent the rest of 1972 traveling with the Democratic candidates vying for the right to challenge Tricky Dick. Thompson began publishing that he heard rumors that he later admitted to starting that Senator Muskie was taking the psychoactive drug ibogaine. This would ultimately play a very large part of Muskie losing the nomination. Hunter was also given a book deal which would later turn into Fear and Loathing on the Campaign Trail 72. Insider politics books started to gain popularity immediately after the Watergate scandal for some reason. I don't know why. I won't lie to you, I haven't read this book, but I really hope that's like there's a special edition with stuff he wrote after Watergate, because I feel that'd be fun. So listeners, keep an eye out for your boy. He actually did meet Nixon and said he was a really nice guy. They rode in a cab back to a hotel or something, and all they talked about was football.
Apparently, Nixon was actually a really, decent person outside of Watergate and almost having someone murdered.
Yeah, that screams decent.
I said
Yeah, no, I'm not buying it.
He was good for the natives.
O.J. Simpson was a good football player.
Yeah.
Outside
He was a
the
great
fact that
cutback.
outside the fact that he killed his wife, and
Hey,
I'm just saying.
just because.
Allegedly. Well, no, it was proven not guilty.
Yeah, just because he was proven not guilty and later admitted to it on Twitter that he did it does not mean he did it.
He wrote
Statute of limitations exists for a reason.
I wrote
Double
a book,
jeopardy.
If I did kill her, it would look exactly like the crime scene did. Anywho.
Oh. Moving up to 1974, Hunter had kind of begun to lose his reputation a little bit. Dr. Gondo was sent to Africa to cover the Rumble in the Jungle for Rolling Stone. After the magazine spent a lot of money getting him there, Hunter missed the match completely. He spent the duration of his stay there drunk in his hotel room like a goddamn American patriot. He never actually submitted an article, and this was also the time Thompson started to write using the white lightning cocaine, and the decline immediately showed.
Godspeed.
Rolling Stone, not firing Thompson for some reason, would send him to Vietnam to cover what seemed to be the end of Vietnam War. Thompson stepped into Saigon during the collapse of South Vietnam. During this time, Rolling Stone would cancel Hunter's medical insurance, and that got him feeling some kind of not great way about the publication. He would hold on to his material about the fall of Saigon, delaying its release till the 10th anniversary of the fall of Saigon. Thompson would eventually find a flight to Bangkok, where he met up with his wife. The editor, Wiener, would say that the vacation was completely undeserved. It was also on Rolling Stone's dime, which is kind of funny.
That's fantastic. This is what caused magazines to go downhill.
Goddamn Hunter S. Thompson. Oh no, my mouse did a thing. Still hanging on to Thompson after causing literally nothing but problems for 5 years. Rolling Stone offered him a book deal covering the Democratic nominees for the 1976 election. Publication quickly scrapped the idea, questioning if a very coked up Hunter could show discipline while traveling with the nominees. Thompson, still with the company, would write a 10,000 word cover story supporting Jimmy Carter, thus making the magazine supporters of Carter.
That's nuts.
Hyper nuts. Jimmy Carter. Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the peanut farm, right? Just make sure I got
No, that's Carver, right? Isn't that Carver?
Yeah, he had the nut farm.
Yeah.
I know my puns.
Hunter's releases became very sparse following the late 70s. He only released a 4-volume series called The Gonzo Papers. I read one of them a long time ago in my teens, and I wish I could tell you which ones or anything about it, but drugs.
White Lightning.
No, it was not White Lightning.
Ah,
In 1980, a semi-biopic of Thompson's early career starring Bill Murray was released titled Where the Buffalo Roam. If any of this interests you even a little, it's on Amazon Prime, and it's one of Bill Murray's best performances, and probably more true to the crazy bastard than False and Loathing in Las Vegas. I'm still not letting that go.
Vendetta.
Unfortunately, Hunter's real life was going through some big changes as he and his wife Sandra got divorced the same year. I couldn't find many reasons given for the divorce, but I know Hunter would get kind of consentingly and non-consentingly handsy during his public speaking performances, and we'll get a little more into the handsy bit later.
Yeah.
Thompson, still trying to be the writer he once was, traveled to Honolulu, Hawaii. Oh, that sucks to say. To write a gonzo-esque telling of the 1980 Honolulu Marathon. Hunter actually submitted this one, and it was published in a couple publications. Not of any importance, but an excerpt from it was featured in Playboy, because that's what you want when Oh, did I actually leave that in there, or was that you?
No, I think you put that in there. I saw that because I was changing things before. I saw that in there. I was like, huh, that's a take.
I don't remember that part.
Damn it.
God damn it, Rose. Not of any importance, but an excerpt from it was featured in Playboy. Because that's what you want to see when you're holding your pecker, fellas. Ramblings about some Hawaiian marathon. Obviously, the piece did not do that great. You have another one in there, don't you?
No.
Fuck. Thompson would continue to write articles for Rolling Stone, and in 1985, Hunter was given an advance for a piece in Playboy covering feminist pornography. Thompson would study for this topic by spending a lot of nights in strip clubs. Supposedly, he wrote an unpublished novel that detailed the experience. Hopefully, in that one, there was actually a salt shaker of cocaine.
This guy he's a vibe.
Continuing to write articles for Rolling Stone and other publications through the late 80s. In 1990, Hunter Thompson would be charged with sexual assault of a porn director. Told you, he got handsy. According to the report, Hunter threw a drink on her and twisted her left breast. He 100% gave this lady a titty twister, but it's still not okay. Thompson ended up being charged with 5 total felonies. He owed up to the assault charge and drug abuse after his home was raided by the feds.
This guy is not the vibe that I want to have. Just to update my previous comment.
Yeah. You can't walk that one back, can you?
I could delete it.
Oh, fuck, you want to get it? Shit.
Yeah, come on now. We know me, though.
So, barring the titty twister, somehow still writing articles, Hunter kind of floated around a level of obscurity for a while. In 1996, though, Fear and Loathing was re-released along with several other of his titles. This skyrocketed his popularity once again, because we all forgot about the fucking sexual assault, which led to Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas being adapted into a film starring, you guessed it, Johnny Depp. Johnny and Hunter had been friends after meeting in 1994. Depp recounts the night he met Hunter. He walked up and said, "My name is Hunter. How do you do?" And that was that. Thompson would invite Depp back to his compound, Owl Farm. Thompson let Johnny shoot the 12 gauge he had hanging on the wall at nitroglycerin and propane tanks. Out of all the movies Johnny Depp is great in, Fear and Loathing is my absolute favorite. He portrayed Hunter so damn well, with drugs or not. I just like this dude had nitroglycerin laying around.
Well, it's the 90s.
Yeah, and he lives on like this big open land that no one is even near him. He blows shit up. It's awesome.
Yeah.
98 would also finally see the release of the Rum Diary that Hunter wrote way back about his experiences in Puerto Rico. This was also made into a movie in like 2008. It also starred Johnny Depp. Honestly, I haven't seen it. I'm sure it's terrific. On February 20th, 2005, Hunter Thompson's body was found in his Owl Farm compound.
Oh,
His son Juan, remember him?
yeah.
His son Juan was the one who found shit, man. After 20, was just laughing at me. After calling the sheriff to tell him that his father was dead, he went out on the compound and fired 3 shotgun blasts in the air in honor of his father. I guess he didn't really know where the nitroglycerin was. I feel that would have been more fitting. Thompson had suffered from our good friend depression, which was only exacerbated by Hunter's almost all the time drug use. Thompson left a piece of paper on his typewriter with 22005 followed by the word counselor. Obviously, Hunter wasn't doing great. Right before pulling the trigger, he was on the phone with his assistant, who was now his wife, Anita. She heard the gun cock and mistook it for the typewriter. Dark.
Damn. So, hey, this is a twist. You're like, oh, yeah, all these news are coming out. Oh, by the way, he killed himself. And his
Yeah.
wife heard it and thought it was a typewriter.
Yeah, it was all, the end of football season also was apparently a part of it.
See the end of football season?
Mm-hmm. I
Well,
sure did.
makes sense. It's a dark time for us all.
Fucked up. Thompson's funeral would be mostly funded by Captain Jack Sparrow, of course. The funeral would turn out as theatrical as Hunter was as a person. His ashes were launched out of a cannon on a tower with his Freak Power logo. There were also fireworks, while Spirit in the Sky played over the event. There were over 250 guests that definitely did not have a lot in common. Senators like John Kerry and his buddy from the campaign, Senator George McGovern, attended, but so did people like Bill Murray and Jack Nicholson. This had to be the craziest funeral in the world, and I almost wish I would have been the age I am now to attend. 14-year-old me would have probably died.
John Kerry's the one that ran for president, right?
Yes.
Huh, that one, huh? Huh. Wonder what his
Yeah, he had some clout. Hunter S. Thompson led a very turbulent life that didn't find him in the same spot for too long. When he finally found his compound on his acres of land, Hunter would just fire off guns all day, blow shit up, and just take a fuckload of drugs. He'd wake up and have a scotch in the morning, so I got you, bud. He had written through all the bullshit he was in the middle of. Sometimes, obviously, he did not write about the actual assigned material, but he got it done. He met the deadline. Sometimes. The Full Send Rejects salute you, Mr. Thompson.
Here, here.
Well, I am gonna have myself a scotch bright and early tomorrow morning.
That's the spirit. Fuck you and your day off.
Thursdays are my first Fridays.
Well, before I go to work tomorrow,
Yep, have some scotch.
I'll
A
taste
shot.
it. I'll ask where did all the rum go.
Yeah, you can salute Johnny Depp for this one, too.
Let's see here. If I get drunk by the time Elena goes down for a nap, I can take a nap. I'll wake up fine.
Jesus.
Logic.
No, I wouldn't do that.
It's
That part's irresponsible.
parent logic. He says it's irresponsible. Yes. People do no such thing.
We're gonna get knocked on the door. Is this CPS? First of all, we're fans. but we heard something felt
Legally.
We are good parents, and we do all of our extracurricular activities after our children are sleeping.
Can confirm.
10-4, good buddy.
Who for?
However, this next guy isn't so good. Ahmad Ahmadi. Was that an alliteration?
His name doesn't sound good.
That's kind of racist.
Uh,
Someone doesn't like Persians.
We'll try saying it 5 times fast.
Ahmad Ahmadi, Ahmad Ahmadi, Ahmad Ahmadi, Ahmad Ahmadi, Ahmad Ahmadi, Ahmad Ahmadi.
Is that even how you say it?
Sure. It is Ahmad Ahmadi. There's just an I at the end. Well, who was he? He He was a Persian nurse and eventual doctor at the Qasr prison in Tehran who was ordered to kill political prisoners under the Pahlavi dynasty, which ruled until the Iranian Revolution of 1979. And you know why there was a revolution in 1979? Because Americans supported this shit.
Of course we did. Hunter S. Thompson probably wrote about it.
Wouldn't doubt it.
These things just doesn't belong here.
The prison itself has an interesting history, as it was first built in 1790 to serve as a palace for the leaders of Iran. However, in 1929, after the leaders upgraded their own places, it was repurposed into a prison, and initially was the first Persian prison where prisoners actually kind of had some rights, which is
that's 5 times bad.
No. The prison had 192 rooms for roughly 700 prisoners, but roughly 100 of the rooms were only for solitary confinement. So 100 rooms for 100 people, then 92 rooms for 600 prisoners.
That math doesn't math.
No, it doesn't, especially if you're a prisoner. After a joint British-Russian invasion of Iran in 1941 during a certain war, a Shah was installed of their choosing, who used the prison as a torture and execution chamber for his political rivals.
Oh, well, thanks.
Don't worry, it'll flip again because reforms will eventually occur thanks to the Red Cross, to the point where the prison was described as a hotel for prisoners. However, after the 79 Revolution, I messed up before my writing. It's after the 79 Revolution where it became a torturous place. The new regime would use the prison to execute everyone and anyone who stood against them, including a former prime minister and generals that were not loyal to the new regime. Today, it serves as a museum where many public events are held, even being named the most creative museum in the country in 2013. But back to our killer this week. Ahmad would be the one that would kill the political prisoners within the walls of Qasr, with his preferred methods of killings being air injections into the victim's veins, which will cause the blood vessels to be blocked up and sometimes burst.
Excuse me, did you say air infusions?
Air injections.
Sure. Okay.
It's the process of injecting air into the veins, so the rushes of oxygen.
No, it's pretty self-explanatory, but shit.
Okay, well, I wasn't sure if you want an explanation, a nice visual. I can make a PowerPoint and send it to you if you'd like.
No, I get the basic gist. It's a very dangerous thing about heroin.
I actually had an air injection once for a medical purpose. It was terrible. Right in the eye.
It sounds like it'd probably be painful. Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah. It was when my retina stuff was going on and I got stuff taken out of my eye. And they're like, hey, we have to do this so the pressure doesn't cause your eye to explode. I'm like, okay. And like, we
If
cannot.
you think the glaucoma blowing the flow of air at that.
Yep. And they're like, there's nothing we can do. It makes you feel better. I'm like, okay. And I did. I'm like, this is terrible.
That sounds gross.
There's actually a criminal case in America right now. When I say right now, I wrote this roughly 3 weeks ago, so there might be another update. Where a Texan nurse, William Davis, is being accused of killing 4 patients with this method during various heart surgeries, while prosecutors believed he has a total of 11 victims.
It's heart surgery. There's so many easier ways. You're doing too much.
Yeah, but when you get to that surgical room and there's how many different doctors and nurses are around you.
Whoops, slipped.
Yeah, it might be easier, like when you're the nurse going in to see the patient by yourself, to just give the air injection there.
All right. I see the logic. I
I
like it, but I see
worked at a hospital.
you having that knowledge, you probably shouldn't have.
I'm going to list some of the more prominent figures that Ahmad killed. Now, there's not an exact amount, but there's a rough estimate. But here's some more prominent ones. Starting with Mohammad Farouqi Yazdi, who was sentenced to die for simply writing poems that the regime did not agree with.
Say that 3 times.
Regime.
No, his name.
Yazdi.
No. The whole thing.
I can say Yazdi.
Jesus Christ. Anywho.
After his arrest, he was quoted as saying, "He whose only offense is the of the motherland, no creed would condemn to a dark cell." And you might be wondering, what did he condemn of the government that led to his death? Well, he was speaking against the recent agreements of Iran given the British rights to oil in the country. He would be murdered in 1939 via air injections by Ahmad Ahmadi.
Oh, it still sounds like it sucks.
Ahmad Ahmadi?
The air injections.
No,
yeah.
the air injections.
Oh, yeah, the air injections. Yeah, it's terrible. I think there's some more graphic details I left out of this just to not freak out listeners. So, yeah, it's bad.
And your co-host.
And the co-hosts. Next, and I'm going to do my best to pronounce this name. Next is Abdul Hossein Taimurtash.
Say that one more time.
Abdul Hossein Taimurtash.
Nope, not the same.
I practiced, okay? I practiced. He was
Fucking love you, Rose.
Love you too.
He was the first minister of the court for the Pahlavi dynasty, who modern scholars said he actually laid the foundation for modern Iran in the 20th century. He was very progressive at the time, was outspoken for women's rights, stuff like that. And he was soon fired by the dynasty in what speculated as him being used as a scapegoat for relations with the Brits going down. Despite the British own claims that did not like how the Shah was becoming, kind of like a dictator. They kind of put him there. Nonetheless, Abdul Hossein was arrested I did say that differently. Abdul Hossein was arrested a few weeks after his dismissal and died in 1933, despite no formal charges being pressed.
Got him.
Yep, that's what they did. They got him.
Epstein didn't kill himself.
Epstein got Ahmadi'd. The founder of the Iranian Communist Party, Taqi Arani, was executed in 1940 for just having Marxist views. Honestly, if they just waited till 1950 to execute him, I'm sure the Western world would have been really happy about this one. But at that time, they're more worried about Nazis and fascists than communists.
Yeah, they had bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, he was just like, hey, what if we just power to the people? And they're like, hey, what if we execute you with this guy? Air injections.
It's not the same.
It's free.
All right, now here comes some wonderful math, because I know you love math.
Oh.
Ahmadi was generally paid 10 to 15 Iranian tomans, with higher-end prisoners, such as some of the ones I've been mentioning, being executed worth about 100 tomans. And I did some digging to about how much this is. And toman is worth in freedom money, and in 1940 would equal about 40 to 50 cents.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm not doing math right now.
I did a lot of math. I did not include it in here because I found some equations and it hurt my head, and I didn't want to put it in here. So I just put the answers in.
That's like simple math, but my brain is so fresh.
Oh no, because there is math, because currency, they don't use the same currency as they do now. So I had to figure out, I had to convert from tomans, British pounds, to American dollars. And then figure out.
Fuck, so you had to go way back in the history of this ancient money.
Oh yeah, back in 1940, there's not many references what's everything's worth back then. But I did it, and then I did some converting for today, I think.
I don't think the Iranians had good data entry in the 1940s.
No, most did not. I think it was I think it was a UN agency I ended up going through who actually had the information. Because there wasn't like Toman to US currency conversion, but since like British was there was a conversion from them to the British pound.
Oh yeah, because I'm sure pounds were well, fucking dollars were around then. I don't fucking know how this works.
Listen, I did math, okay? It don't hurt.
Money's dumb.
Yeah, money is fake.
Throw me in jail for the Marxist views.
This is kind of how little value these people had. One execution could come out to about $5, with the more prominent killings come out $50. However, here we go. However, now due to the current economic changes on Iran, one Toman is worth 0.00020 American dollars.
Damn.
So that's a 2,000th of a penny.
Not even the fucking.
However, in 1941, the Allies would invade Iran and overthrow the government, just to later install the same dynasty under agreement that the current Shah would peacefully abdicate and go into exile with his family, where he died a short time later.
Was it like the Dark Knight Rises exile? They had to go across the lake thing.
They actually went to a lake house somewhere. I believe it was,
so they did have to walk on the ice water.
I believe they went somewhere, like a Pacific island. Now, under pressure both home and abroad, the new judiciary branch, led by Jalal Abdeh, put Ahmad on trial for his crimes, which literally took public pressure for the new government to put a mass murder on trial. You think they'd have done it to begin with? Like, they had like protests, they almost had a revolt about this guy and some other people who were doing some killings on behalf of the former government.
The Americans showed them how to deal with riots and stuff like that.
Hey, there's one country that doesn't deal with riots. It is America.
Goddamn right.
Here's a win, though. It was actually the daughter of Taimur Atash who became the key witness in his trial. She was held for 8 years along with her family under house arrest by the previous Shah and wondered every day if today was the day she was going to die. And she would go on to become a major figure in equal rights for women in Iran.
I have that same thought every day, girl.
And she was eventually, before the new government took over, she was like smuggled into Iraq so she could have a little better life. And all this shit came down. She came flying back to make sure this guy would face the consequences.
Nice. Revenge story.
Oh, yeah, she fucking sent it. Ahmad was found guilty for only 2 murders and sentenced to death. He was publicly hung on October 1944 in Tehran's Tubkhana Square. Prior to his execution, he was allowed a final prayer and told him to repent. He quickly prayed, but instead of repenting, he began to claim he was a scapegoat. He was cut off during his speech and killed, with his last words being, and quote, "O people, I am not a murderer. My only sin is that I have carried out the orders of my superiors, and now, because I am the weakest of all, everything has fallen on my shoulders. The main murder of Brigadier Mukhtar and Reza Shah himself," and then death.
Did he think repent meant lie?
Apparently.
That's not what that means. That's not what any of that means.
No, it doesn't. But that will wrap up my topic this week: a murderer who took advantage of his government and just to blame the government in his last breath. And Ahmad is just another footnote in, an extremely complicated story of Iranian history. Some stories I might, do in later episodes. But Iran really does have a unique and really violent, also sometimes, prosperous history to it.
I hope you do cover more of it because I don't know much about it.
Oh, it's pretty, when you go back to like the Persian Empire, to the different Shahs of Empire, Iran was once like a key part of like education, arts in this world too.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
And then 1979 happened, and yeah.
Yeah, well,
I'll do more at some point. Some good, some bad ones, some good ones. Until then, we have a certain season to go through.
Oh, the Orioles.
I'm just kidding. Sleeper season. Go ahead, baby.
This is one of the ones that I really wasn't thrilled about doing, just because I just feel that they are one of the worst zodiac signs. So for all of our listeners out there who are Libras, I am not attacking you personally. I am just giving my honest and personal opinion.
You're just attacking them collectively.
Yes, as a
I'm going to lump you into one group and be prejudiced towards this group.
yes. Sorry, not sorry. Libra season.
All right, Adolf.
Libra season is the 7th sign of the zodiac. It starts September 23rd and it runs through October 22nd. It represents the scale of justice. I don't know if everybody's seen it, but everybody's seen the blind woman with the titties and the scales.
Oh, she has titties?
Oh yeah, she got some titties.
Yeah, dude.
I never knew this. All right, let's go Libra.
You used to go to court just to see her.
What? I never knew there's some like ancient star woman with breasts.
Need I remind you, you're married to a Gemini, which is 2 women with a set of breasts on each woman.
When did horoscopes become like horoscopes?
Well, when you're treating them like they're horoscopes.
Don't think
I started picking sides.
Anyways, a cardinal air sign is ruled by Venus. Libra is often associated with justice, balance, beauty, and harmony.
So why are they so bad?
Anyway, I haven't got to that part yet, sir.
Okay.
The Libra personality traits, well, at least the good ones, they're balanced, they're compassionate, they're diplomatic, they're detail-oriented, and they're very harmonious.
What does that mean? Like harmony?
Yes, they like to make everybody feel loved, and they like to make everybody feel welcomed, and they don't want any conflict.
Very nice.
Libra's ruling planet, Venus, which controls love, harmony, art. It manifests as energy and desire to merge and create balance. Hence the scales. Libra's
I get it.
there he is. Libras are interested in finding balance. There he goes, everywhere. In social settings, justice, friendships, partnerships, etc. As such, they are often stereotyped to be indecisive, which is the biggest thing with them. They are very indecisive. Kind of like a woman who wants to eat.
Yeah.
That's basically every Libra. But they just are weighing all their options. Sorry, I've been burned way too many times, so I think they're wishy-washy as fuck. Again, my opinion. Libra's opposite sign, Aries, is known for their boldness. Libras, on the other hand, prefer to keep peace. So if you may heard that Libras are non-confrontational, they tend to keep to themselves. Hence, this is the reason why Josh didn't knock out Seth at the batch party. Although he had temper, he was raging inside, he was weighing in, and he decided not to kill this poor boy. Example. Like other air signs, Aquarius and Gemini and Libra are interested in ideas, finding social order and pointing out injustices along the way, because we are bitches who love drama.
What?
Libras weigh their pros and cons on everywhere and everything. On one hand, it can be wonderful, and on the other hand, it could be quite tiring, leaving them with their decisions. Once again, very indecisive. They like to weigh their pros and cons, and sometimes they find themselves inconclusive and they don't even bother doing what they wanted to do in the first place. This sign would do well remembering, making everybody's like they're so good about remembering people's mistakes. They don't like it to be like, oh my God, it's the end of the world, but they like to make sure to point out like, hey, by the way, you fucked up. They are told to breathe, to trust their gut, move forward with confidence. A lot of these people don't do that. They like to think that they do. They're on the inside, they're one thing, on the outside, they're another. They can be focused and help others find their peace, but they don't always stand up for themselves. They are a type of person that would be good to listen to. Like they'll sit there and listen to your problems, but they're not good at taking their own advice. It's important for them to vocalize their feelings when they're hurt instead of sweeping everything under the rug. Unlike their opposite sign, Aries, yet again, the typical Libra is more passive and uncertain when it comes to relationships.
Are you saying I'm not passive or uncertain?
Are you uncertain of a relationship?
No.
Exactly.
Are you uncertain of our relationship?
No.
Exactly.
Oh, I felt the question mark.
I like how you guys both go on the uncertain part, but when I say passive, I could be passive.
You know, you're just aggressive as fuck.
I could be passive.
He's not aggressive towards me at all.
I will passive protest this accusation.
You go ahead and do that, and then you'll rudely interrupt because you can't help yourself. It's coming.
Hey, look, Green Bay's scored.
Libras are
How dare you?
I knew it. I knew it. I can be passive. Libras are also known to enjoying the finer things in life. They really have no sense of control, especially when it comes to money habits, spending things. They want things that they get bored real easy. They like nice things. A typical Libra is not into drama, but they do like watching human drama play out from afar. I called bullshit on this because they're toxic as fuck. They love being the drama. They are the drama.
Fuck them. Capricorn's the one that loves watching the shit.
Are you telling me something about a horoscope might be false? Since it doesn't fit your.
I'm telling you based on my experience, sir. I knew you were gonna say some bullshit.
Oh,
I knew you were gonna say some bullshit. That's why I put in my experience. I didn't be patient.
I'm just asking.
Anyways, Libras know that love is larger than two people. It's about ethics, fairness, remaining true to oneself. They crave partnership. They are more passive and uncertain when it comes to relationships. But to me, I think they are someone who falls in love quick and cheats on you the moment they find a new toy to play with. Again, my opinion and my experience. Compatible signs, however, they are compatible with certain people. The most compatible signs for a Libra friendship and romantic relationships are their fellow air signs. Geminis, Aquarius is another Libras, as they speak the same language. There are many obstacles along the way. A Libra can match well with the opposing sign Aries, but these two stand to learn a lot from each other. Yeah, I say fuck all that. Libras can make good friends if you want someone to sit there and be like, yes, girl, I got some tea. But other than that, there's no way in hell. No.
No, I'll take the tea.
That's a big no for me, dog.
I do appreciate a nice cup of tea.
Incompatible signs with a Libra are any water signs. Your Cancers, your Scorpios, and your Pisces. As we know, all water signs tend to be a little emotional for anybody's taste. Typically, Libras, they prefer people that are down to earth, like your earth signs, your Virgos, your Tauruses, and your Capricorns. Yet they also feel like they seem a little flighty or fickle. Now, we did talk about, sir, before you make your comments. She thinks Capricorn. I'm going defensive.
Are they passive too?
I'm not fickle.
Biting my ass.
I knew it. Now, we did talk about the positive traits of a Libra. So now I'm just going to kind of get into the most negative that they have.
So if I made it sound like just being a Libra is toxic.
There's a couple just all around disgusting signs out there. And this is one of the ones that I just have a personal vendetta against.
What's their date range again?
We'll get to it. Don't even start talking your shit.
No, I'm looking at September 23rd.
There are some nice Libras.
We'll get there. They're toxic traits. They detach easy. Like I said before, they're the type of person that falls in love quickly. They'll either lead you on, or cheat on you. They like to put others before them and make you feel like you're on top of the world. But if you don't reciprocate it, then they're like, yo, go fuck yourself. I scratched your back. You should have scratched mine harder.
Reciprocate?
Yeah, what would I say?
Reciprocate?
Reciprocate this shit. Okay.
You're being very aggressive.
I never said I wasn't passive.
Just like a Gemini.
Yeah, we share the same sign, okay? They are codependent. They need their alone time, but they feel that they constantly need attention, making them seem like they need attention, causing them to be depressed, thinking that they need that one person that's going to be like, oh my God, this person's so sad. Let's take care of them. They're need. Yeah. Ugh. They are not aware on how they truly feel. That goes back to the indecisive part of it. They lose sight. They tend to draw to toxic people They allow them to crawl in their life, letting them take advantage of them, and they don't realize why people are so bad to them. It's one of those things where toxic attracts toxic. And when you fuck around and find out, you find somebody more toxic than you are, and you're like, oh my God, I've been wronged. They let resentment build up into them until they're ready to explode or do something drastic. I feel like that's most humans. However, a lot of my research, they do the same thing because they don't like to hurt people's feelings. They are known to be the most unfaithful. I can tell you this for a freaking fact. And they are good at head games, and I'm not talking about the sexual ones. I'm talking about the type that makes you crawl inside someone's head and make them tell you and say all the things that you want to.
Unrelated question. Did you date a Libra?
Yes.
Yeah, I figured. These are just personal experiences. You didn't do any research on the toxic, did you?
Oh, I did research on the toxic. I just happened to throw my own in there. But they are known to be one of the most unfaithful or unloyal. I mean, a lot of people say that about Geminis too. But
Well, Geminis are known for having two faces.
yeah, but I only have one.
Yeah, you're the rare one.
I mean, I have another face, but if you want to bend over and kiss my ass,
Yep.
You're a May Gemini. That's different.
Yes.
That's
So I now going back to my favorite part, doing and covering these zodiac signs is famous Libra serial killers. I did just note 2 of them because they were the ones that I actually knew something about, and I wanted to highlight or showcase their crazy. The first one is Bobby Joe Long. Do either one of you know who that is?
No, I don't think he had a short time as a killer.
You got a sick name. I fucking love this dude already.
His birthday is October 14th. He was born in 1953. He was known as the classified ad rapist. He took a confrontational approach to his victims. He would find them over classified ads, meet them at their homes, and rape and kill them.
I didn't know that had Craigslist.
That's why I stick with the unclassified ads.
No. And then one that Anthony actually introduced me to when we first started dating.
Oh, yeah.
That I had no idea about, but I kind of like grew such a huge interest in is Lawrence Bittaker. His birthday is September 27th, which is, just a few days ago. He was born in 1940. He was known as the Toolbox Killer.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. I think it's on my list of episodes to do.
He teamed up with a man, Roy Norris, that they both met in prison, and they teamed up because they had the same type of criminal fantasies, and they decided to work together, and they did some crazy ass shit.
Oh, crazy does not begin to. I won't spoil it for a future episode.
I that's why I didn't put too much information into it, but they're actually from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Put it this way, because they had a recording of one of their killings, and that audio recording is what the FBI uses to desensitize its agents.
And I like that city.
Yeah, it is completely fucked.
They didn't do the crimes in Pittsburgh, so just throwing that out there.
However, I do have one Libra in my life who I do love so very much, and I hold to the biggest respect and admiration, and that will be my soon-to-be 11-year-old Mr. Coleslaw.
Whoa. You just talked all this shit on Libras. They're going to be like, oh, yeah, Cole. My son.
I am so playing for this on his birthday.
Okay, so first of all, I'm going to throw this out here. Cole is indecisive. Okay? Cole he doesn't like the drama, but he's always coming home with some bullshit.
Is this why he wants to be a Pisces?
Okay. Shush. All right. And there are some characteristics that I would like not to, judge him on. But He doesn't know what girl of the week he wants to be involved with. He likes this one, but this one has a boyfriend, but he wants the girl that's unavailable, but he doesn't know what to do. He is sensitive. He does like to talk about his feelings. All right, so yes.
Oh, bro, wait it out. Wait it out. That relationship will never last.
You have a Libra, okay? And I love him. And the only thing I can do is teach him morals and
To not be an asshole.
to not be
Not
a
be so
typical
goddamn passive toxic.
toxic, unfaithful piece of crap. No offense.
Yeah,
Lee.
stop playing head games, Cole.
However, I just want to know if you guys have any positive or negative stories about any Libras in your life. Have you crossed any
Fucking
paths?
not anymore.
I'd love to hear.
Oh,
What?
my ex-wife is a Libra, I think.
Well, this explains a lot.
All right. I think the person.
Yeah, so swing and a miss again.
Yep. Yeah. JT's a Libra.
But I'm saying, like, there's people.
He's a positive person.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I put a lot of positive things in here about Libras. Okay, and then I
He's
just,
like the most positive person I know.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Josh is a Libra.
Every day for this next. Well, when is Libra season? October 16th or 22nd.
22nd.
Every day when Facebook tells me someone's birthday, I'm gonna message like you're toxic.
Go ahead.
And yeah, Josh may be a Libra, but you call him an asshole openly to his face.
Oh yes, but he is a Libra. He's unfaithful. He's unconfrontational. He's a good person to be around. And I've said that they are good. They are positive to be in a group setting. They like to be up with social settings, but he does like some drama. And he does like to stir the pot. There are pros and cons with their little scales. It's like, hey, do I want to be this person today or do I want to be this person today? That's like asking if you want waffles or pancakes, except in a toxic way. That's how I'm putting
Fucking waffles every time. Why are you asking?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I rather a waffle.
Sometimes a pancake just feels good.
I rather waffles.
Oh no, I hate the fluffiness of pancakes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we have toaster strudels.
You want to make me a toaster?
Ooh, you bitch.
You go to one.
That's what I just asked.
No, you asked me if I want to make you a toaster
I
strudel.
said, you want to make me into a toaster strudel?
Oh, I get the phrasing.
It's better than a cream puff.
Yeah, we're
No,
team no.
waffle.
Hashtag toaster strudels for life.
Besides, I can always ask if he wants a blue pancake. Nobody gets disgusted. A blue waffle, though.
Ugh.
Yep.
God damn it.
What was it? The French toast at Pittston Diner. They had this banana blueberry French toast special, and it was absolutely delicious. If you had to throw a French toast in the mix, it'd be a very hard toss up between a waffle and a French toast.
I don't know. It's kind of a like consistency thing for French toast too.
It has to. You know what? You have to cook out.
Squishy bread.
Oh, but you have to have that crisp on the outside. It has to have that nice crisp, but it has to. I'll make you something. I made these sandwiches the other day.
Oh, they were good.
Have you ever heard of like a Monte Cristo sandwich?
Of course.
Okay, so I did the French toast. And I fried up some ham, and I put some cheese on it, and then I threw some like powdered cinnamon and powdered sugar on top, and we dipped it in the syrup, and it was chef's kisses. Cole had me make more.
I got diabetes listening to
that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a day we did absolutely nothing.
You made?
Yeah, no, that's like was that breakfast? Because no, just cancel your plans.
That was Sunday football day. So if we were gonna be pieces of shit all day, we might as well eat like pieces of shit.
Oh, doing nothing was on the schedule already, so it's fine.
Oh yeah, we even went to Sam's Club and freaking just pre-gamed everything.
No, you did it smart.
Half our bill was chicken wings.
Yeah.
The most expensive thing on our grocery list was diapers and chicken wings.
Were the wings more? I bet the wings were more.
Well, collectively, yes. But diapers are fucking expensive. She's in the last
And
stage
confirmed.
of pull-ups. Can't wait.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Potty training is on the rise.
fuck yeah.
Yeah, can't wait for that
Someone's gotta use that little toilet.
one. Besides some drunk idiots.
Yo, Jared Goff just got fucked up.
You want to use your words instead of pointing things?
Ow! Cat bit me. There's no segue we can do for you to do the outro we have been making.
Hey, I was sitting here enjoying the conversation between you two.
Man.
Yeah.
I just watched Jared Goff die.
Oh, yeah. It was bad. Well, let's wrap this up so we continue. Oh, yeah. So we continue watching Thursday Night Football without being a distraction to this podcast. Which, by the way, you can't get mad for getting distracted. Dilbert is the same thing. He's a fucking great podcaster.
He also makes milk.
True.
Yeah, and people listen to him despite him yelling to sports during the middle of his podcast. Go ahead, go listen to any of his episodes. Actually, the last one.
He's also Bill Burr. We are rejects.
The Boogie Monster got like a lot of listeners just rambling about nothing.
True.
Because he's a gambling boogeyman. Okay.
Well, then, on that note, that will wrap it up for us here at the Full Send Rejects. We hope you enjoyed today's episode, and if you did, be a pal and share us on your socials and join us on ours as we have your daily conversations and content on there, mostly on Facebook, but also on Instagram and X Twitter, which is definitely not a porn Twitter. We will see you all next week. And in the meantime, fucking send it.
Fucking
Send.
yeah.